Good evening, everybody, and welcome back here to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDHS. Honor Brothers Heating and Cooling presents Bombers Volleyball here, as we're bringing you the varsity contest as the Bombers take on the Cyclones from West Prairie. All West Prairie sports this season are presented by McDonough Telephone Cooperative. It was the Bombers coming away in the JV contest in 2 sets. We're getting ready to get the national anthem and starting lineups on the way. Starting off with the visiting Cyclones. Number 1, Alexa Barkley. Number 6, Kenley Welsh, the outside hitter, senior on the Cyclone side. Number 8, Madeline Sullivan will join them. Taylor Richardson. Number 12, Lindsey Dunn on the Cyclone side, getting the start here tonight. Number 14, Abby Starbuck. Saw her play a little bit of libero in the JV game. And Janie Phelps, the real libero here on the varsity side for the Cyclones, will round off the starters plus the libero. Now for the Bombers, number 1, Catherine Lukarinen. Number 3, Kylie Robinson. Number 8, Quinn Rexroad. Number 11, Kate Stortzman. And number 15, Kelly Ladd, rounds out the starters for the Bombers. And we'll get the national anthem underway here. We'll play a quick ad break as YouTube doesn't like it when we play the national anthem. We'll be back in just one moment.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
And as we wrap up the national anthem here, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors. Ron Elby Auto Sales, with locations in Macomb and Augusta, and with 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Justin, Jerry, or Chris, or visit www.lbsalescars.com to check out their inventory. Since 1960, Honor Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852 and find out how Honor Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort. Both teams getting ready to start the action here. Once again, Macomb JV team was able to knock off the Cyclones in 2 sets, 25-17 in set number 1, 25-19 in set number 2.
And if we're going to get as good as a game as that first one was, we're going to be in for such a treat today.
Yeah, pretty competitive JV contest by both sides. Both teams showing really, really great defense. What killed the Cyclones, and I mean really what hurt the Bombers too, was just making those simple errors, hitting errors, service errors, stuff like that. Starbuck will start with the serve for the Cyclones. Set comes to the outside, and that'll be Catherine Lucarenin on the outside, picking up the sports corner kill for the Bombers.
As the student section already getting loud early in this game.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the theme for tonight. Is it construction worker?
It is construction
worker.
You've got to take into consideration the Macomb student section is often known as the extra man on the field, no matter where they are.
Sullivan will set to the back row for Welsh. Welsh hits it. Nice. Kind of just punched that one over in the back row. The Bombers did. Set coming from Quinn Rexroth to the middle. Tips up off the block. Sullivan underneath of it. Set back. Phelps will bump it over. Thought it was going to land out of bounds. Set back to the outside for Lucarenin. Welsh is under it. Dunn comes up. Cross courts it back to the other side.
And now we're in long rally zone.
Lucarenin again. Dunn is underneath of it. To the outside for Barkley. She gets that one blocked. Cyclone's able to recover. Welsh is forced to bump it over. Cyclones Bombers
And
try to go for the nice setup on the attack there.
And there we go, talking about those mental mistakes right there.
Tried to come over with that little slide action, but couldn't quite get there in time. 1-1 is the score. We're tied up here at Washington Street Gym. John Burton and Tegan Perry on the call for you as the serve there for the Cyclones goes into the net. That was Ava Beck.
I think they're saying Bomber Nation over there. We would like to remind you to always come into the chats and tell us where you are.
Got quite a few people in here tonight for this contest, so that's taking a make sure you get into that live chat. Leave us your comments and feedback.
It's always nice to have a third commentator.
Serve here from Adair. Cyclones mishandled there. Be a point for the Bombers. 3-1 now as Adair back to serve once again. Or excuse me, that's Rexroth back there. I mixed up the 9 and the 8. Quinn Rexroth back serving now on the Bombers side. Nice serve there. Dunn kind of just has to play it in front of her. Richardson able to tap it through. Set to the middle, off the blocks, and it'll land out of bounds. Sports corner kill for the Bombers. Brings our score to 4-1. Rexroth back again with the serve. Phelps bumps it all the way over. Set back to the outside, attack there, and nobody touched it on the Cyclone side as it falls out of bounds. Side out for the Cyclones. Lindsey Dunn back serving for the Cyclones. 2-point deficit for them. Back to the outside, attack there. Another one goes out of bounds. That was Nika Daintner on the attack for the Bombers. Serve comes off the top of the net. Set back over. Lucarenin forced to bump it over. Sullivan sets to the outside for Welsh. That one off the blocks. Dunn's able to recover it. Right back at her down the line. Kill for the Bombers. Sports corner kill, I should say. 5-3. A lot of big attacks here from the Bombers early on. Perrinan back to serve. And Beck mishandles that one in the back row. It'll be an ace for Catherine Lucarenin. Bombers push the advantage to 3. Again, we are in set number 1 of a possible 3. Serve again comes off the top of the net. Beck's forces to bump it over. Dunn's underneath of it. Sullivan sets to Beck, who hits another one out of bounds. And a couple mistakes early on here for Ava Beck. Maybe just trying to get the jitters out, as you could say.
Might call a timeout here if you're West Prairie, trying to get your players back into the groove. Or if you're West Prairie, you don't, and you let Macomb make mistakes as well.
Yeah, service error there from Lucarenin. Side out back to the Cyclones. It'll be Phelps back to serve for them. Phelps with a hard serve. Can it find a home? It cannot. From one service error to another. Back on the Macomb side, 8-4. Bombers have the Cyclones doubled up here early on. And 3 in a row as they are just trading the service errors back and forth.
Call that ball Macaulay Culkin. It's getting home alone.
Sullivan back to serve on the Cyclone side. That one wasn't a service error. Set hard to the middle and a sports corner kill. Huge kill there in the middle on the Bombers side.
Nice, powerful spike right there.
Sometimes it doesn't matter where you put it when you can hit it that hard, Tegan. Here's a serve from Kylie Robinson on the Bombers side. Barkley bumps it up in the back row. Sullivan can't quite come over to get it. And a timeout called by the Cyclones. We'll take a quick break as well. Again, you're listening to Honor Brothers Heating and Cooling presentation of Macomb Bombers Volleyball here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
We're proud to keep you connected.
And back here at Washington Street Gym, one Lisa Fensom in the chat saying, let's go Cyclones. Again, if you are in the chat listening to us, make sure to leave us your comment. As the punch through there in the middle for the Cyclones by Callie Wright falls down. Cyclones will get the side out. 10-6 now is the score. Welsh back to serve for the Cyclones. Serve there lands out of bounds. And again, the mistakes starting to pile up on the Cyclone side. We've seen a couple serving errors, a couple hitting errors.
And that Macomb extra man over, or in this case, extra woman over there, making an impact, being very loud during this.
Adair with the ace on the Bombers side.
I think they're saying she's a baby.
Could be. It's kind of hard to tell what they're saying sometimes, but definitely loud nonetheless. And especially in a big gym like this, not a whole lot of echo. Really impressive. And another ace there for Adair. Ace there for Adair.
I guess you could say Macomb has an ace up their sleeve right now.
Back-to-back aces for Adair. She looks to triple up here. Here's the serve deep into the back row. Phelps able to tip it up into the back row. Welsh tries to power it home, but it'll land out of bounds. Another error on the Cyclone side as Macomb is starting to pull away here, 14-6. Back again, Welsh able to bump it through and spike right back down. Sports corner kill on the Bombers side off the overpass from Welsh.
And Macomb right now just running away with it.
Macomb definitely rolling here, 15-6. Serve goes into the back row. Wright's able to bump it up. Barkley tips it through. Macomb playing great defense there. And another sports corner kill. I believe that was Quinn Rexroad up front. Able to just send that one right back down. And the Cyclones will take another timeout as they trail 16-6. We'll get a couple live reads in here. The Old Dairy, located at 210 South Lafayette Street, Macomb, Illinois. Serving soup, salads, sandwiches, homemade dessert, Blue Bunny ice cream, and a full-service coffee bar. Breakfast served all day and free Wi-Fi. Visit them online at www.olddairymacomb.com. Call 309-837-6700 for your takeout. This West Prairie game stream is made possible by McTonna Telephone Fiber Internet. Buffering means suffering, so kick slow Wi-Fi to the curb and connect your home with MTC's fiber internet to get blazing fast Wi-Fi with speeds up to 1 gig. Sign up at mtcfiber.net. Cyclones off to a slow start here in set number 1 of this varsity contest. Macomb just starting to pile it on. Phelps able to handle in the back row. Welsh able to tip it through. Set by Rexroth to the outside for Lucarenin. Hits it off the block of Barkley. It falls in. Another sports corner kill for Catherine Lucarenin. Bombers up to 17 Cyclones, kind of middling right around that 6-point mark, or I should say exactly at that 6-point mark. And tough break there for the Bombers as they went on a nice little run there. Service error will be a side out back to the Cyclones, and they'll look to put a run together, try to get this one a little bit closer as we are coming closer to the end of set number 1 here. Again, Macomb just 8 points away from taking set number 1, the ever important set number 1. Rexroth sets to the outside for McClure. Cyclones able to bump it back over. Rexroth dumps it back over. Sullivan's underneath of it. Welsh bumps it up. Cyclones a little bit of miscommunication. Richardson will send it over. Rexroth back to the outside for Lucarenin, and she's been there all night for the Bombers. Sports corner kill for Catherine Lucarenin. 11-point advantage now on the Bombers' side as the lead looking more and more insurmountable here as the Bombers just continue to inch closer to that 25-point mark. Serve here from the Bombers. Welsh is able to dig it up. Phelps sets it up to the front row for Dunn. Punch through. Rexroth to the outside for Lucarenin. Hits it off the blocks. And the Cyclones just no answers for that outside hitting of the Bombers' side. Sports corner kill once again.
Cyclones got to find an answer soon enough.
Serve again on the Bombers' side. Sullivan sets it up for Barkley. Barkley's able to hit it cross court. Did it find the line?
Nope.
They're going to say no, it landed out of bounds. Really close there on the attack from Barkley. From up here, it looked like it found a home there on that far sideline, but
the camera is very deceiving sometimes.
It definitely can be. Dunn tips it over. Bombers scramble out a little bit, but Lucarenin finds it, and that one's definitely going to be out of bounds.
A little bit closer that time, but definitely out.
20-18 once again is your score. Bombers have really charged out in this one, out of the gates. Serve from Beck into the back row. Rexroth dumps it over. Cyclones are there. Beck takes it. Contested at the net. Bombers down with it. Hit through, miscommunication there as Lucarenin came over to spike it back over. Bumped into her own teammate. Cyclones up to 9 now. 20-9 is the score.
Little rally going on right now for the Cyclones. Hopefully they can still continue to do this rally.
Rexroth to the outside, back for Lucarenin. She's been there all night. Just kind of flips that one over. Cyclones recovered. Phelps sends it into the back row. Macomb will set the offense up once again, slide comes off the blocks. Nice contest there from Richardson. Richardson once again able to send it back over. Nice play in the middle there from her. Sets up to Dunn. Dunn into the back row, handled by the Bombers. Pumps up for Lucarenin on the outside, off the blocks and out of bounds. Sports corner kill.
Another long rally there that's just not able to go to the Cyclones' way right there.
Rexroth goes back to serve for Macomb.
Looking to stay as server for the rest of the set right now.
Yeah, Rexroth looking to close this one out on the Macomb side. 4 points away. Here comes a serve. Off Beck. Sullivan to Welsh, back row attack. Nice hit there from Welsh. Trying to get something going here on the Cyclone side. And a big kill like that could shift the momentum. Cyclones just need to build on it. Dunn back serving for the Cyclones. Rexrow bumps that to the outside from the Kiernan, attacking from the other side, and sports corner kill. Once again, I sound like a broken record at this point.
Couldn't make out what they were saying that time.
Kiernan sends it up. Beck bumps it high. Sullivan able to retrieve it. Taylor Richardson punches it through. Rexrow jump set to the outside, off the blocks. Welch recovers. Sent to the back row from Sullivan, but can't quite find a place for it. 23-10. Bombers 2 points away from taking set number 1 here in the varsity contest. Sullivan sets the outside. Welsh, the lefty kill, down and good for the Cyclones. And again, when Kinley Welsh has been able to get set there on the outside, she's been really effective, but the constant attacking pressure on the Bombers' side, just not letting that happen.
Yeah, just unfortunate for West Prairie.
Adaro with the sports corner kill there now. As the Bombers now 1 point away.
Looking to close this out.
Serve here from Adair. Excuse me, that's Duncan back there. Cyclones tip it up, and that's going to land on the Cyclone side. And it's a set 1 winner for the Bombers here at Washington Street Gym. They take the first set 25-11. Again, just jumped out to a lead and never really looked back. Cyclones tried mounting a little bit of a comeback, just couldn't quite get it done. We'll take a little bit of an intermission here, play a couple ads for you, and we'll be right back with you for set number 2 here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Since 1958, McDonough District Hospital has proudly
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adams Experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adams Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Back here at Washington Street Gym as Honor Brothers Heating and Cooling brings you Macomb Bombers volleyball here. Bombers took set number 1 against the Cyclones. Again, all season long, Cyclone Sports are brought to you by MTC McDonough Telephone Cooperative, one of our season sponsors here this season, as well as Honor Brothers Heating and Cooling. Trying to get both of those worked in as much as we can tonight, as we have the kind of the, I can't say cross town, but cross highway, I guess, rivalry here.
I'd say it's more of the left that good hope rivalry.
That's a good point, except it's a right.
No, it's a left. You take a left. take
well,
a left.
if you were coming from
Macomb, you take a left. But if
Yeah.
this is what we mean. This is the no. I was gonna say this is the left and right rivalry, but that's not it.
Nonetheless, again, Bombers took set number 1, 25-11. Again, got quite a few live viewers here tonight watching us, joining us for this Bombers volleyball game. Again, if you are here, make sure to leave a comment in the live chat section. We'd love to hear from you.
Macomb will probably start with the volleyball here since it's looking like right now the Cyclones are not preparing to be serving.
For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. As an option, you can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. All this for only $42 per year or $38 per year if you're 65 or older. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Blandonsville. Again, Macomb will start with the serve. Ace there on the Macomb side. Gets the scoring off to a quick start on the Bombers side. That's number 16, Emily Westerhold, back for the Bombers serving now. Another nice serve. Welsh handles in the back row. Sullivan to Welsh in the back row. Once again, nice attack there. Gets the Cyclones off the blocks, 1-1 now. And I said it in the first set, but when the Cyclones have been able to get Welsh set up, she's really done a great job getting those kills down. But
100%. It's just right now they have not been too good with minimalizing mistakes here.
Surfer from the Cyclones. Rexroth will just punch it through. Catch sports corner kill. And you just kind of got to laugh at that one.
Sports Corner's getting a lot of shout-outs tonight with these kills that have been going on.
The Macomb student section letting the Cyclones know that was indeed the setter. Rexroth back to serve. Phelps handles it in the back row. Dunn pops it up. That one will find the close sideline here into the crowd. Bombers up to a 3-1 lead. Rexroth remains the server. Serve comes cross. Did it fall in? It did. Didn't leave much room between in and out, but Rexroth was able to find a home for that serve. Just put it right back in that back corner. It was like a baseball pitcher painting the corners. Service there into the net. Side outs back to the Cyclones. Catherine Louderman says, "Go Cyclones." Thanks for joining us, Catherine. Serve here from the Cyclones. Macomb. Rexroth sets to the outside. I believe that was McClure punching it through. Cyclones recover. Welsh on the outside. Blocked by Macomb up front. Here's the kill back. Can't get it down. Cyclones recover. Welsh once again says, try to block that one as she gets the kill down and good. 4-3 now. Big answer from the Cyclones there. Serve from Dunn once again. Set back to the outside for Lukanen, who just pushes it down the line. Again, she's done such a great job of kind of attacking cross court all night. That time just went up and just pushed it right down the sideline. It'll be Lukanen back to serve now. Beck, overpass comes over. Kelly Ladd tried to tip it back, but hits it out of bounds.
Cyclones fighting back for that lead right now.
Yep, went down big in the first set, just couldn't quite mount the comeback. That one just kind of tapped through there from the Bombers. Rexroth sets back to the outside. There's a serve off the blocks and down. Sports corner kill.
It looked like for a moment the ball just stopped in motion.
Yeah, that one contested at the net. It'll be Duncan back to serve once again for the Bombers. They hold it to the 2-point advantage here, 6-4. Can set number 2. Bombers took the first one, looking to close things out here in the in the varsity game, I should say. Welsh hits it up off the block. Sullivan tips it over. Rexroth sets it back, and another sports corner kill for the Bombers. And they just keep piling them up here. And again, if you're the Cyclones, you can't let this one get out of reach like you did in the last game.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things they probably talked about during the period. Try your best to just stay within the game as much as possible.
Big block there up front from the Bombers, able to keep it in bounds. Doubling up the Cyclones 8-4. Duncan still back at the helm. Short serve over, right's there. Sullivan tries to dump it over. Duncan was underneath of it. Set back for the Bombers. Phelps hits it up for right. Right tips it through. Rexroth sets to the outside. Big kill there from Adair. Sports corner kill from Adair as the Bombers now starting to build a lot of momentum. Lead up to 5. Duncan still at the serve. And that one almost fell. Nice recovery there from Sullivan. Cyclones able to tip it back over. Quick set to the middle off the blocks. Welsh is under it. Sullivan sets back to the outside for Wells. Again, both teams playing pretty good defense here. Just been a lot of hitting errors.
Which that's expected at the beginning of the season.
Cyclones now. Sullivan back to serve. In the hole by 4. Deep serve, Duncan plays it. Rexroth sets it back over the top. Big kill coming through, lands out of bounds. And again, that's just those hitting errors that we talked about. Okay, don't really want to let the Cyclones get going and start to build momentum here after that dominant first set.
They always talk about how you want to have aim in volleyball. You never want to have power before you have aim.
Hit through there from McClure on the Bombers' side. Welsh tips it back over. Rexroth sets to the outside for Adair. Contested at the net. It'll be Wright winning that one, and the Cyclones now 3 in a row.
Been a little rally going on right now.
For sure, Sullivan back once again to serve for the Cyclones. 9-7 is the score. And that one, that's a quick way to kill all the momentum you just build up on that run. Serving error there for Madeline Sullivan. Macomb student section letting her know that there is indeed a net there. Robinson back to serve for the Bombers. Looking to extend their lead. Bump set to the middle. Right taps it through. Duncan's under it. Rexroth sets to the back row for Lucarinen, and that one will go down. Sports corner kill for Lucarinen. Lead up to 4. Serve from Robinson right into the net. Side out back to the Cyclones. Welsh will be back to serve for them. Serve lands out of bounds. Gives it right back to the Bombers. Again, the Cyclones just really not able to get over that 4 to 3 point hump.
Yeah, they just need to start minimizing those hitting and start working on aiming more where you want the ball to go. Angle it downwards more if you have to.
Welsh pops it up in the back row, set up for Barkley, and she'll hit it into the net. And again, the Cyclones have done a decent job playing from behind, but it seems like whenever they get, right in that 3 to 4 point area, they just can't seem to get over that hill. Nice serve there from Adair. Cyclones able to recover, and that one will be caught by the top judge there.
That was a ref ball right there.
And 6 point lead for the Bombers as the Cyclones will take a timeout. We'll take one as well. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Good Hope Garden is located at 445 East Main Street, Good Hope. Open April through October, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturday, 10 to 4 for all your fresh produce needs. Be sure to follow their Facebook page for daily updates. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there's limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. Serve
and
a little
that
bit
ball
low.
there was out.
Yep, serve a little bit long. Again, lead down to 5 for the Cyclones. Able to play this set a lot closer than they did the first set. Starbuck back to serve. That one will come off the hands of Robinson. Set to the middle for McClure, and another hitting error as the Cyclones cross over into double-digit territory. 14-10 now. Starbuck back once again. Serving to the back row. A little bit of a mishit there from Duncan. Bump through from Stortzum. Cyclones can't quite get it over. And back to the Bombers again. Just that four-point gap. Can't quite seem to close it.
Yeah, and it's the same thing too. They're making mistakes every time they get a little bit of a momentum going. Doesn't, like we've said, those long rallies have helped them get some momentum back, but the securing it and having it for a substantial amount of time has been their issue today.
Westerhold with the service ace for Macomb and the Bombers squad. She's able to push the lead out to 6, and she'll be right back with the serve. Westerhold's serve here. Handled by Dunn in the back row. Sullivan sets to the outside, contested the net, tipped through from...
Going to call that out of bounds.
That tip through coming by Richardson. Another service point for Westerhold. She'll be back once again, 17-10 now. Serve there. The libero Phelps takes it in the back row. Barkley, cross-court attack, can't get it down. Rexrow, I think she was trying to go for that slide there to the outside for Kelly Ladd, but a little bit of a miscommunication there. Ball drops, Cyclones point.
And now if you're going to get back into this, now's going to be the time.
Yep, Cyclones definitely need to go on a run here if they want to make things competitive down the stretch. Beck back with the serve. Rexrow contested at the net, and they will call a error on the Macomb side. So it'll be a point for the Cyclones. And maybe talking over that last call there. Talking something, maybe a lineup check or something. Line judges down there talking to the scorekeepers. Rexrow tries to punch it through. Sullivan bumps it up. Beck sets the outside for Dunn. Dunn taps it off the blocks. Diving play there from Duncan in the back row, but it'll land out of bounds.
Oh, and they actually got rid of the point and then gave it right back. So I think that's what the little communication was between the coach.
Yeah, 17-12 on the scoreboard here in the arena. Set to the outside for LeCarron. Sports corner kill. I thought she tipped that off the blocks. I guess not. Excuse my language. Definitely thought she hit that one off the blocks. What do you think, Tegan?
I don't know, but right now it's taken them 4 goes to get 2 points, so.
Yeah, don't like the odds there. Slide to the outside, hits it into the net. That was Ladd on the attack. And again, the air's starting to mount up for the Macomb side.
Yeah, and the longest rally for them so far, they've played it. And they've played it 5 times and only able to get 3 of them.
Macomb will take a timeout here. We'll get through a couple of more of these live reads. Do you need ice for your upcoming event? Look no further. Midwest Ice has you covered. Midwest Ice is Central Illinois' newest ice delivery service. They deliver ice directly to your event. Call Blaine Wrench at 309-351-8192 for a quote today. Madonna District Hospital athletic trainers and the MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell and Macomb provide expert help to all area student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. Madonna District Hospital, more than hospital care, hospital caring. Face-to-face, over the phone, by email, or by text. Choose how you do business with Tom Conklin, State Farm, Macomb. You can reach them at 309-837-1200 or visit them online at www.macombsf.com. Better yet, stop in and get your quote today at 1221 West Jackson Street in Macomb. Back to the game here. Nice dig up there in the back row from Duncan. Set to the outside for Luke Harrinan. Phelps is able to take it in. Plays it off one of the, what do you call it, the rafters or something? We'll call it the ceiling. That's probably a pretty safe term to use. Drops right back down on the Cyclones side.
Yeah, John, the thing that goes over your head is a roof.
That would make sense, huh? Serve from the Bombers. Sullivan, quick set for Richardson, and blocked it right back down. Luke Harrinan and Ladd on the block for Macomb.
6 more points till greatness for Macomb.
Macomb able to come out of the timeout, score 2 quick points. Push themselves ever closer to the set 2 win. Sullivan dumps it over. Nice save there in the back row. By Rexrow. Tap through. Dunn on the attack now. Hits it into the net. And 3 points now in a row out of the timeout for the Bombers. 20-14. 6-point advantage. 5 to go for Macomb. So to come away with this varsity contest here at Washington Street Gym. Serve from Rexrow goes into the net. Have to wait a little bit longer here. Side out back to the Cyclones. Looks like Dunn will be on the serve. Dunn sends it into the back row. Rexrow sets towards the middle. That one, big block there in the middle from Taylor Richardson. Again, the Cyclones 2 quick points in a row on the answer after that Macomb run. Looking to make it more. Dunn into the back row. Rexrow sets back for Luke Harrinan. Blocked in the middle. Bombers able to save it. That one tapped through by the Bombers. Set back to the outside for Welsh. Welsh puts it down. And here come the Cyclones storming back into this game. 3 quick points in a row. They have the lead down to just 3.
The Bombers are experiencing a little bit of turbulence from these Cyclones right now.
Absolutely. Thought the Bombers were going to kind of walk away with them, and just what the doctor ordered, that serve just kind of rolled over the top of the net. It'll be an ace for Lindsey Dunn, as the Cyclones now finally able to close that gap. We'll see what they can do with it here. Lead down to just 2. Dunn back with another serve. Duncan, Bombers scrambling around, try to get it.
And just like that, they've managed to reel their way back into this game.
And that run will force the Bombers to take a timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. Again, you're listening to Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling's presentation of Macomb Bomber Volleyball.
When I walk in and talk to my patients, I like my patients first and foremost to feel comfortable. I like to keep it real with them. I like them to know that I'm there to listen to them and to help them understand some of the processes that they may be going through. The most rewarding aspect that I feel with caring for patients is when those patients come back in and they tell me how much better they feel for something that I have helped them accomplish in their healthcare.
This West Prairie game stream is made possible by McDonough Telephone's fiber internet. Buffering means suffering, so kick slow Wi-Fi to the curb and connect your home with MTC's fiber internet to get blazing fast Wi-Fi with speeds up to 1 gig. Sign up at mtcfiber.net. Back here into the action. Cyclones able to set up Welsh at the net. That one just kind of tapped through. Sullivan will force it back over. Rexrow sets to the outside for Luke Harrinan. Nice dig there from Beck. Will it go out of bounds? It will.
And right as soon as they got that rally, Macomb takes a timeout, fixes their head, and now It's getting real close here, getting down to the wire.
Yeah, great timeout call there, just slowing down the Cyclones' momentum as they were looking to rally back into it. Sullivan sets up Welsh, and that one will go out of bounds. Quick 2 points.
West Prairie takes a timeout now.
West Prairie will take a timeout here.
Expected that.
King Family Chiropractic, with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, supports all area student athletics. They offer office hours in Macomb Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and Bushnell Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. To set up an appointment, call 309-837-MyDC. They also perform DOT/CDL physicals for just $85. Macomb's original local sports bar is Sports Corner at 124, with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124. All while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb.
22-19 right now. It's getting close here in Washington Street Gym.
Bombers with the serve. Cyclones able to handle that one. Tapped through by Richardson, and she'll hit it out of bounds. Bombers now just 2 points away from taking set number 2, and as a result, the game here. Looking to knock off the Cyclones here early on the season. That serve will go out of bounds, and the Cyclones might have a little bit of life left in them. 23-20 now is the score. And we appreciate all of you listening to us, watching the game alongside with us. That one, Sports Corner kill for the Bombers. Just what they needed, as this one is now 1 point away from being over and a Bombers victory. It'll be in the hands of Ellie Duncan.
Wanting to end this right here.
Duncan, soft serve to Beck. Sullivan sets the outside for Welsh. She gets it down off the blocks. And if there's one person on the Cyclone side you're going to want to set, it's Kenley Welsh out there. Just able to power that one off the blocks.
Going to now force the Cyclones to win this game by serving.
It'll be in the hands of Sullivan. Sullivan serves it up. Bombers are underneath it. High set to the outside. Wasn't quite ready for it there. Cyclones able to set the offense back to Welsh off the blocks. Nice dig there by Adair. Sets back to Adair. Punches it through and hits Phelps right in the face and down. And if there's a way to end the game, it's like that with a Sports Corner kill from Adair as the Bombers get out of here in 2 sets. 25-11 in set number 1. 25-21 here in the final set number 2. We'll take a quick break and be back with you for some closing remarks here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
And welcome back to Washington Street Gym here as the game has just concluded. Again, it was the Bombers here in 2 sets in the varsity contest, 2 sets in the JV contest as well. 25-11. Cyclones showing a lot more fight there in the second set, 25-21. But eventually the Bombers and that constant attacking offense just proved to be too much for the Cyclones.
Yeah, and there's no fault to the Cyclones. They played 2 great sets. Just unfortunately, it wasn't enough to overcome Macomb today. However, they have a very bright season looking ahead of them with how young their team is, with number 11 serving it all. It's going to be a very interesting season for the West Prairie Cyclones.
Yeah, and absolutely. And as you mentioned early on in the season here, I mean, all losses matter, but I feel like that second set, the Cyclones showed a lot more improvement. But, yeah, this Bombers team looked good as ever, just as good as they did last year, was able to come in here, get the job done here at home.
Yeah, and there's a lot of expectation on these Bombers, especially after last season, how well they've been performing. It's always been a constant whenever it comes to volleyball. So they have a ton of pressure on them, and they're adapting very well to it. And as we saw today, even during times where they made mistakes or, hit the ball over the line, they came back, they fixed it, and they ended up winning.
So for John Burton and Tegan Perry, we appreciate all of you, for joining us here to watch the game alongside with us here on Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling, presentation of Bombers Volleyball, of course, right here on the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Network. And again, we'll work this in one last time. West Prairie streams are brought to you by MTC. So once again, we hope everyone here has a great night. We hope you enjoyed our little broadcast, and we hope to see you at the next one.